So I think in the third round, we're going to be taking Jamar Chase. I'm just kidding. Welcome back to another rebuild here on Madden 24. That intro was me kind of poking fun at my Jets rebuild where it was completely out of sync. I rendered it properly, and I think, honestly, my computer might just need to be completely updated. I might need a new one. Anyways, today's rebuild is going to be another fantasy draft rebuild, and it's going to be where we choose players that are wicked smart, all right? First things first, though, I want to know what that's even from. I feel like I either heard Mark Wahlberg or Ben Affleck say that. I don't know what it's from, and you know what? I'm not even going to look it up. I want someone in the comment section to know. I just want them to know. Anyways, obviously, when it comes to Wicked Smart, we're going to be looking at highest awareness, maybe play rec. We'll see. But I already did a start of this, and I didn't really like the way it was going. It was kind of turning into, like, almost the same thing as our highest overall thing. So what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to be going by highest awareness at whatever position. So if I'm like, hey, I want to look for a wide receiver, I got to go highest awareness, which doesn't always lead to the oldest player or the best player, but it's like a mid-tier. I think at one point it was like I wanted Olave the most for sure, but T. Higgins was smarter, I believe, or higher awareness. So I would have had to choose T. Higgins. I think that's the way we're going to go about this. I hope it works out, and I don't know what I think about the first pick. 28, so no quarterback, which, you know, in a rebuild where I don't want it to be the easiest thing in the world, I want a little bit of a challenge. That makes sense, right? Because right here, if we go QB, highest awareness is Rodgers. I do not want, a 39-year-old superstar quarterback. I think he lasts a couple years. We had a Jets. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about a Jets rebuild. But obviously, you know, I'm going to have to go highest awareness. So running back, Christian McCaffrey. That's not a bad choice. He is 27, though. So personally, if we're looking at who I would take, I don't think Nick Chubb either. He's 27. My guy would probably be like Jacobs or ETN, just based on like age. So, you know, already there, even though Christian McCaffrey's good, I would not want to choose that position. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, not a bad player, but pick 28. I mean, that's a bit. Actually, he's actually pretty good here. You know, that's an option, I suppose. But then obviously you go tight end. If I want a tight end, I can't go Travis Kelce. Pick one, right? So or first round pick. We'll have to look through all of these players. Look by awareness. You know, left end, not an option. But if we were to look at left end, I could easily go Chase Young, Greg Rousseau, if that's what I want to do. Also, I can't believe how bad the draft. Like, I had to look multiple times, make sure I didn't accidentally sim my pick. Like, this is so bad. Dexter Lawrence is there, though. Ooh, I do like Dexter Lawrence. But DT, it hasn't really been a position that I've needed to draft too much. Oh, was that Fred? Fred Warner. I've never drafted him. 26 years old is not bad either. I might go with someone new for once. Joey Bosa. I would rather have Josh Allen, obviously. Corner's going to be an old pick, right? It's Darius Slay. So it's like a mix of the highest overall draft we did, the age one we did, and just the awareness one here. So there's good players, but they're not the best at every position, right? So this is a tough one because I feel like as far as wide receiver goes, it's not going to be the highest option that I'm going to want most of the time. But I also don't know if I want Amon-Ra St. Brown again because A, I've had him a lot, and B, he hasn't always been the best for me. So I don't know if I want O-line either because it's going to be a lot of olds here too. Actually, maybe left guard, Quentin Nelson. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So now that you kind of get the gist of it, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time thinking about what I want to do here. Like, look at this one. Lane Johnson, not bad, right? But then it's Rob Havenstein over Ryan Ramczyk, Brian O'Neill, you know, the Sewell. Like, over Sewell I would have to take if I really wanted right tackle. So I think this is a decent idea. And if you guys enjoy this idea, you think you might like it, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff, a lot of rebuilds, which I'll probably have another one tomorrow. And if you have any suggestions for a rebuild idea like this in the future, let me know in the comments section below. You know what? I think I'm going to go with a different name for once. I think I'm going to be going with Fred Warner. I can't believe Roquan's like such a high overall, though. He deserves it, but I'd imagine Fred's also an X factor, right? Like, it'd be kind of crazy that he wouldn't be. Fred Warner, the 99 awareness, so even in fairness, he is 99 awareness, so no one can cry about, he's doing a cheaty. He's still 99, so suck it, I guess. Fred Warner, 26 years old, should last to at least 33, so long after this rebuild's over, right? But yeah, I do worry about, you know, the age starting to play a factor, because I'm already kind of like not liking who I'm seeing available. I don't know. I think I kind of have to go with another defender here. I don't want to lose Amon-Ra St. Brown, which I definitely will if I don't take him here. But at the same time, I want highest value, and Dexter Lawrence is ridiculous value. So we got two insanely good defensive players. Pick 28 now. I'm still kind of looking at my my board that I made, the how to draft a best fantasy draft team. Christian Kirk, not really what I want, as you can see. I mean, 26, he's not bad, but obviously a guy like Olave would be on my list higher than that. He's probably, what, 23? 23, I mean, 3 years younger, same overall pretty much, so yeah, I kind of like this. I think this rebuild will be fun. It'll be fun. Superstar? 26, that is an option. I don't think you're going to get many other players that have really good awareness at tight end, right? Like Evan Ingram and then Dallas Goedert. So Dallas Goedert has a 90. I don't know. I also would like a good running back, but at the same time, as of right now, I'd imagine Henry is the highest awareness. He is, so can't really go that route. Quarterback will never get one. All the good players are going to be gone. So we're pretty much guaranteeing that we're not going to have a quarterback, right? Like, it's just not going to happen. It's always going to be some old dude that's just not worth drafting. Honestly, it's third round, but it might be Hufanga. If not Hufanga, like Quentin Nelson, maybe? Quentin Nelson actually probably would be worth it here. Do I take Quentin Nelson? I'm going to take... you know what? I think I might actually take TJ Hawkinson. I'm going to take TJ Hawkinson. I think the value's there. Tight end is not an easy position to draft and develop. You know, it takes a couple of drafts sometimes. It said we took him pretty close to value, so I'm chilling. All right, Quentin Nelson's by far the best choice here in the fourth round. We got ourselves a pretty good superstar lineman. Maybe even move over to tackle, just because tackle is a tough position to get decent numbers from, and if there's anyone that could do it, it maybe be him. Running back, do we have... we might have somebody here. ETN, is he still star? He is still star, but I'm probably willing to take him here. Very high chance that's who we take. Could hold out for someone else, but I think you take your best chance here. Wide receiver, Gabe Davis. Ooh, Gabe Davis ain't bad either, though. This could be an option. We really need wide receiver. That is the toughest. Running back's still the toughest position to draft, but you're not going to get much better here, right? Especially, wait, how high awareness does Adam Thielen have? Because he'll be here for ages. And if his awareness is high, I might have to take Gabe Davis in the 5th round, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to. I don't really think there's going to be a better option at wide receiver anytime soon. Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, look at left out. Like, it's awful. Why, middle linebacker is going to be Levante for ages. I think this is going to be Gabe Davis. Matt Milano, how old is he? 27? 29! How old is he? Why is he so old? Cornerback James Bradbury, then Darius. So corners off the table, right? The highest, like the best corner is Nate Hobbs, and there's like 45 old men in front of him. Is Hufanga still there? Oh, it's going to be Harrison for ages, isn't it? Oh, no. All right, I don't really want to go Gabe Davis, but I am going to be going Gabe Davis because you can see Thielen's right after that. And then it's Josh Reynolds. I mean, I have no choice. Gabe Davis is wide receiver 1 by a mile for this team. Our next chance at wide receiver maybe in like round 30 at best. Derek Brown, he was number 2 at right end for awareness so long, and then he just goes. ETN, please. Oh, no. Did I sell? That sucks. There's no way Joe Mixon goes before Pollard, and even then, I don't like Pollard and Sim. It was pick your poison. It was, do you want a better wide receiver or running back? And I mean, I struggle with both. I maybe should have went with running back, honestly. Damn, son. It might be O-line pick time, by the way. I don't really see the value anywhere else. Trent Brown's not bad, but he does stay there a long time. Joe Tooney's not bad. He's on the older side, but he's still fine. What else do we have? Awareness. Yeah, things are becoming bad. I don't know when Mixon goes, but you look at these running backs. After Joe Mixon and Pollard, like, it is, like, Mostert's going to be there forever, probably. Do I not just take Mixon and also Pollard? I think that's like the only way I can get around this, because Thielen's going to be there for ages as the best wide receiver. Tight end is going to be Evan Ingram for a while. How old is he? 28. He's still star. Do I not just take Trent Brown maybe? 30. I'm going to go Joe Mixon to get Pollard, I think. Going Joe Mixon, so then Pollard is next up after that. Oh, actually, maybe I can look at their awareness. I really didn't think about that, but if they have the same awareness, which I highly doubt it, then we're going to choose whoever, whoever's the best, which it would be Pollard. Damn, Pollard's 2 overalls less. All right, Joe Mixon it is. Welcome to the squad. Please tell me Pollard's there. I mean, Mixon's not a bad pick on his own. He'll last for 2 seasons, maybe 3, but Pollard is definitely younger, and that would be the guy I would want the most. I will be making sure, and he's gone. No, I did it for nothing. It's Mostert. I mean, I guess at least we have a running back that'll last for a couple seasons. If he gets a superstar, maybe. I don't know, but we are so screwed. Deion Dawkins, how old is he now? 29? 29. Deion Dawkins might be our best option, and it's round 7. That's not good. I actually think Joel Bitonio is the best bet. He's 31, but this is the best bet. So it's similar to the highest overall one, but you do get a little bit better players, right? Like the highest overall one after the first or second round, it's like all elderly people that are going to retire in like 2 minutes. But fair enough. If we get lucky, maybe like Sam Howell's there. Obviously, Anthony Richardson will never be the highest awareness. He's just too low of an overall. But maybe you get Howell if you're really lucky, but I highly doubt it. So at this point, we are probably going to be taking either duplicates or players that just aren't very good. I think it probably goes without saying that the options are limited, but Matt Milano's still here. He's kind of best value right now. Ooh, Howell's moving up. There's just no way, though. Minshew's 27. Howell's like 20 freaking 3, 24 probably. 22? There's no chance. All right, highest overall. Deion Dawkins is still there. I mean, I guess we're getting, a player that might be there for the whole rest of the rebuild, so it's still a gain. And I didn't even think about it till it was pretty much too late, but I could have just taken Stafford and Minshew, and then I would add Howell as my highest. Thing is, Howell's not like that great to where I'm like, oh, I just made a huge mistake, but it would have been something. Definitely would have been something, but yeah, I think that's too late because he goes usually in round 10, and it's literally round 10, so he's going to be gone super shortly. I might actually risk Zach Ertz here to grab Dawson Knox. I don't know if he goes soon, but I really hope he doesn't because I get the value out of Dawson Knox. I might be able to trade him. This is a rebuild where we're losing so much value. As you can see, Howell does go like right there, which sucks because it was 1 away pretty much. Hoping that the tight end is still there. I can definitely trade him for of course. Bro, they're trolling. How many times is that going to happen? This is a challenge in rebuild. I can't lie. Let's hope Minnesota definitely has their own draft pick. They don't usually go super crazy in the trades. I can respect it. I think it's going to be just a couple more. Allen will go Hargrave. Why not? 30 years old with 87 finesse. Not going to last long here, but it is what it is. I can't believe I took Zach Ertz for nothing because Dawson Knox goes the very next round. Dawson Knox would have provided some value. And if there was someone actually like nearby that was worth it, I actually would go for Adam Thielen, but there's just no point. Like, there's just nobody coming up that's going to be worth the pick. I'm going to go Jake Matthews here, 31 years old, and very dependable. Freaking Zach Ertz for nothing, though. Oh, look, Cam Robinson. That's actually not bad. He's terrible at run blocking, but the value is there, I suppose. And I guess Jordan Whitehead is kind of best available, so that's who we're gonna grab. Oh, Frankie Louvu, not the best, but give us an edge rusher. Obviously, that's who I'm gonna be, where I'm gonna be playing him. Fair enough. Okay, I can live with it. Ironically enough, drafting the smartest team makes you not the smartest person because you get stuck with a bunch of olds, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? I think at this point, I might as well probably just start drafting highest awareness on the main screen because there is not a whole lot going here. We also have our full O-line anyways, so this would just be trade fodder, which I don't think is even going to get us much anyways. Jonah Williams, how old is he now? 25? I mean, I guess youth, why not? If Thielen's still there next round, I might as well just grab him, bring him back to Minnesota. Forget about it. Adam Thielen, welcome aboard. 33 years old, but still really good. So if we actually somehow find a way to get a young quarterback, then yeah, we'll have some receivers, I guess. They're not the best, but they're okay. Noah Brown. Ooh. Do I go crazy? Do I draft these two players in hopes that Nico's there? Because realistically, there's probably not going to be anyone with any other options anyways, right? So I'm going to do it. I'm going to hope that these players are there. And if not, damn, it's just Nico Collins, really. All right, Noah Brown. I guarantee Nico's going to be gone, dude. Every time I try this, it's like the very next pick. I swear. Watch, Nico's going to be gone 100%. Every time. Without fail. Literally every time, bro. It's actually insane how that happens. Like, I just take a random player for nothing. Because they always just leave. Finally, one of my plans worked. I took Kareem Jackson and Rodney McLeod to get Reed Blankenship to be the highest overall strong safety. It's not the best play in the world, but it was my only play, damn it. And I could have maybe done that for Romeo Doubs instead, which is a more important position. Like I said, though, I knew I was making a play. We didn't get a running back, dude. Oh, we got Joe Mixon. Okay. It's not the best, but I am glad we're with him than without him. All right. Okay, there is no option at wide receiver. This is like, what's Justin Watson? 28? I don't know why I thought he was young. I don't think there's a player, like a position that we can actually do that method for. I think it's all just like downhill from here. It's just like, it's not going to get any worse because it's just already so terrible. I guess I'm going to go for some of the needed positions just to try and like, get some of the pool moving down. So AJ Cole, I don't know if I really want Justin Tucker, but I suppose if I want a kicker, I kind of have to go with him, right? Because he's going to be the only guy that's like the highest and nobody. Ooh, Jake Browning. He's 27. I don't know why I thought he was younger than that. Yeah, we're just not going to have a quarterback. Fair enough. I thought he was like 24, 25. I know it's not great, but it's still like, it's still better than having nobody, but nah, he do be old. Damn, I feel like the all-white side when it comes to corners. All right, Justin Tucker. Why not? 33 years old. But here's one good thing. The one positive out of this whole thing. We likely have the first overall pick. That's pretty cool, right? That'll maybe give us a quarterback or something. I'm stoked. Round 25, and I like basically have no one to draft. Like, it's pain out in these streets. All right, I'm just going to start taking value. David Andrews, why not? Probably at round 30, just sim like I usually do. I think it's fair at that point. Maybe you land one decent young player, but for the most part, it's just not going to be the case, right? Like, they're not going to get us a good quarterback, right? Like, age, Duggan, maybe usable. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, maybe. Willis, maybe. Kellen Mond. Like, those are the best options. As far as running back goes, obviously we kind of have our starter, but if we get a Bonaconda, that would be great, but he's never going to develop. Wide receiver, Tyler Scott, Parker Washington. I mean, there's a couple of options, but, I mean, there's not really anything crazy going on, right? And tight end, I don't really need one. We got, I was going to say two, but Hawkinson, Luke Musgrave, Darnell Washington would be great, but will they give us those guys? I don't know. D-end, do we have anybody? Like, I mean, you pretty much have no one here for DNs at all. It's a wasteland already, let alone if we were doing the awareness thing. Osai, Logan Hall maybe, but for the most part, it's not great. So at round 30, I'm going to sim. You'll see me sim, and, may the odds be ever in your favor, I guess, to maybe get a young player or two. I guess Denzel Perriman, why not? He's a higher overall, but once again, we shouldn't even be wanting these higher overalls. We should be drafting, like, pure trade value / crap, because we want to lose. We want pick 1 overall. We really don't have much going on this roster. We have like maybe 7 or 8 positions set at best, and the rest is just garb. How old is Jake Elliott? 28. I mean, we're so desperate. I'm going backup kicker. I want backup kicker. That's how bad it is. Why not? Like, look at this group of freaking champions. I'm so glad I went Gabe. I don't remember if we had other options at wide receiver, but man, what an L that would have been if I didn't go Gabe Davis. I mean, jeez, I suck at drafting wide receivers and developing them unless I use a real class, which I won't because this is a kind of fantasy realm. It is pain to try and draft and develop a wide receiver and or running back, really, but At least we have someone kind of at running back. I don't even know if I'm, really care that I lost Pollard, because Pollard, no matter what, just sucks in sim. EA hates the guy. I don't know what he's done to them, but, I mean, give back their kids or something. I don't know why they hate him, but it's got to be something serious. Robert Woods, I guess. Why not? I don't know what else I can do here. Like, even in pure terms of, like, trade value, there's not really anyone to go for. Chase Daniels, our quarterback option. He's like 7 overall. Royce Freeman, he's got to be like 27. Yeah. Whew, what a time to be alive. I might just take another fullback. Michael Burton, dude. Nah, I can't do that. That's actively trolling. I don't know. I'm going to just draft somebody. I'm going to go Logan Thomas because I think he has the mentor tag. And then I think I'll do one more sweep. See if there's anyone coming up that could be good for the future, or if there's like one player I can take right now, and then call it a draft. Let the AI deal with business, which, I mean, there's not really much business to be dealt. Options are really bad. I guess I'll do a couple more centers, Ben Jones, and then I'll do like Biadaz because he's like 25, I think, so we at least have some youth there. Got a little bit of value, why not? Was he not there anymore? How does that happen every time? How is that physically happening? Like, he was there for 4.5 years, and I finally was like, oh, whatever, I'll just go for him, and he's gone. Like, what is this? Actually trolling the game. There's really just nothing. So I am going to finish out this round of looking, and then sim it out. Hopefully they give us, like, someone young. Just, like, one young player, please. That's all I asked for. Daniel Sorensen. Oh, my lord. Yeah, I don't even think it's worth clicking anymore, so we're going to sim. We're going to hope that they give us somebody young. Probably won't give us anybody. And really just wait for the draft, let's be honest. We're not going to do anything with this team. Maybe we get some trade value in there, but I doubt we're going to actually get any real players out of it anyway. So it's probably going to be trading excess players, maybe linemen, for draft picks, and hoping that there's a generational quarterback to turn this awful-looking roster into maybe an okay team by the end of year 4 or 5. All right, let's take a look at this damn team. Quarterback, Jake Hayner. I feel like we had him once before. Stidham. Running backs, Felton. Abanaconda. I love that they always grab him. That's always a win. Wide receiver, they did nothing for us. Tight end, they did nothing because we literally had enough. O-line, they didn't draft anyone. Oh, yeah, they probably would have drafted a guard, right? Oh, no, that's our guards. They didn't really have to do much at guard or O-line. They did draft a couple of young players. They're going to be literally nothing for us, but still nothing on the D-line, sadly. Linebacker, nobody. Anything. Chance Campbell. Chance Campbell will probably be... Now, he won't be a starter because he's a low overall. I don't know if it's really worth starting him. Oh, they gave us one good corner. One young corner. He's going to be number 1. Cameron Mitchell. And that was it. They did nothing else for us. Yikes. Okay, we're going to be trading off the excess O-line and start up season 1, I suppose. That's really all there is to it. Man, what a bunch of great offers these are. I would really like to have, like, a solid wide receiver. Like, even, like, a 78 to 80 overall, like, normal dev. Like a Romeo Dobbs, a Nico Collins. So if I can get any of that, like, what about Jahan Dotson? This guy, like, I never develop. Jahan Dotson, and, like, just in case we're actually going to get this trade, a 3rd round. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna look around. I do like Jahan Dotson a lot, though, so if it comes out that he's the best option, I am cool with it. And then look at this. I don't know what thresholds make things the way they are, but, like, how is it that different for Drake London, who's only a couple overalls higher? Romeo Dobbs would be a free one, but I don't think he's as good as some of the other options we've seen. Look at the Browns drafting like I would out here. Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, and Jamison Williams. Swift, who's apparently superstar. Okay, I would never draft Dak, but, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we're full circle on Jahan, and Brock Purdy's decent. Nah, the Buccaneers are a pretty good team. Do I want Jahan Dotson? I'm going to do it. Jahan Dotson. It was either him or Downs. Or maybe I could try to get Pickens. Is Pickens good in sim? I might go Pickens. Nah, I'm going to go Jahan. Screw it. I want someone different. I don't feel like I've ever developed Jahan Dotson. He's our new number 2 if we get him, which we do. Traded a couple of linemen. Cam Robinson's not a bad trade at all, but definitely got more than I would have expected. Definitely would not have made that trade if it was like a realistic style rebuild, but this is a fantasy after all, and even with that and all the help in the world that we'll need, it's still like we're just not a very good team like at all. So I think I'm going to keep those 2. That's 4, 5. Oh, crap. We barely have enough, actually. Okay, fair enough. That's the team. That's the O-line. I really think that might just be the team. I'm going to try to find one edge rusher, I think, because I want to make sure that I've got something developing, right? Like, Luvu can develop on the one side, and then I want to make sure the other side's developing with someone as well. Even if they're not the guys that are long-term on the team, as long as they have a chance to develop, I have somebody that has a chance to develop, I'm chilling. And I think I am going to start Chance Campbell. I know he's a low overall, but we're going to be trading Perriman off as well. Perriman is going to be gone. If I can find like a young quarterback too, like even like a Malik Cunningham, I'm down for that as well. Once again, players that I don't expect to develop, but they at least have a chance to. That's all that matters to me. There it is. There it is. A bunch of bums for Nolan Smith and Zach Wilson. You can kind of cheese the hell out of the trades. That still even is technically cheesing it, but Zach Wilson's getting another chance. Everyone else, I think, on the offense is going to be as is. Don't think I can get any value off of Robert Woods or Noah Brown. I kind of want to keep Robert Woods for the mentor tag, actually, anyways. Would have double mentors. If I can get something for Noah Brown, like draft pick-wise, I'll do it. But outside of that, I think we pretty much have our starting roster set up. Also, it's crazy that Nolan Smith was sitting behind Josh Sweat. The guy can't get a break from this damn Eagles team. All right, here we go. Season 1, the team, O-line. It seems like the kind of trend in these fantasy draft challenges, the O-line is pretty good. Usually better than I would even draft it, but definitely a little bit more rough than we're used to. O-line left guard is great. Right tackle probably is set for the rest of this one. Batonio most likely because he's a higher overall. Center left tackle, we'll see. But really outside of left guard, I'm not 100% sure. But I feel good about those other names. Tight end should be set for the rest of this rebuild. Wide receivers, we'll see. We got to have them actually develop, but look pretty good. Mixon, need a dev up early. I really need a dev up really early for him. Zach Wilson, probably going to get replaced, but he could kill it. You never know. And then defensively, we will be moving to a 4-3, so this will look a little bit cleaned up. But yeah, there's a lot of need on the defensive side of the ball. I don't know who we could have had instead of Fred Warner. But I think we made the right call there, right? Like, it wasn't any good edge rushers, I don't think. I don't think there was a good corner. I think it was Slay already at the time. Could have got, like, Jesse Bates or something, which I do kind of struggle with safety a little bit more than linebacker, but Fred Warner is a great player, so what can I really complain about? Hey, not a great season as expected, but Frankie Luvu is star development trait once again with 20k XP. Maybe he's the long-term option here. 110 mil, there's some players here that we definitely want to keep. We want to keep Hawk for sure. Mixon, we kind of have to. Whitehead, we'll see. Abanikanda gets the long-term deal just because he's, cheap backup. I don't know how well Campbell's playing. I'll probably take a look at those tackles in a sec to see if there's a chance he gets a dev up, because if he does, I do not want to lose him, I suppose. But yeah, that's it's pretty weak. It's, fantasy drafts are pretty easy usually for contracts. It's like the one thing you never have to worry about, which is good, but some of these guys, they're asking for a little bit, and obviously Mixon's going to be asking for quite a bit more than the fair offer. Like, that's 12 mil per for a star dev running back, It's like, I'm going to pay him, but it's just like, could you meet me in the middle a little bit, maybe? All right, this could be a weird rebuild, because Bro! Stop winning! We went 7-10. Look at the season we had. Look at this season. I mean, we lose every game, and then we went on a 7-game winning streak. We had the first pick overall lined up, and we won 7 in a row. That is so bad. Because Zach Wilson ain't the guy, right? Mixon doesn't get a dev up. Like, this was a season where it's like, it's for nothing. Give us the good draft pick. Real life, you can argue it's fun to watch, but we're in a rebuild here. I need these draft picks. Maybe Mitchell gets a dev up. Maybe Hargrave and Luvu get dev ups if we're really lucky. But overall, this is just not... I'm not even going to look at the awards. There's no point. It's just not what you want. You do not want to win games when you suck, right? We do not want to win games, yet here we are winning freaking games. Super Bowl is between the Jets of all teams and the Eagles. Oh, I can't believe we won 7 in a row. If anyone ever wants to say that these are scripted, they can honestly suck one after that. Like, that is the that would be the worst scripting of all time. Offense does not dev up, please. Does anyone on defense go up? Mitchell, which is nice. Luvu did not, sadly. Hargrave did not, but at least Mitchell goes up in dev. Maybe we got ourselves a cornerback for the future, not the cornerback for the future, because we need more. And even then, he's only a 75 overall. But holy, that was not good. We're going to have like pick 15 probably or something crazy. What draft pick actually do we have? This is going to be so much pain to look at. 10. Please don't be a generational quarterback, dude. We had pick 1. We literally had pick 1, and we sold it for a couple of wins at the end of the season, which only led to one singular dev up. If it led to multiple dev ups, hey, I'm all about it. Whatever gets the team going. But we threw away the first pick overall for literally one dev up. Just one, not fun stuff. Chance Campbell really didn't play, so there's no point in keeping him. I mean, Tucker was good, but he's 34. Do I want him back? Kinda. Should I get him back? Probably not. 2-year 12. Not interested in signing. Probably going to be cheaper to just tag him anyways. Yeah, I mean, congratulations, bucko. We're going to need a mentor, so I'll go a 2-year 3.4 for Blaine Gabbert. So enjoy the mentorship role, sir. You might have to come in a little bit, but for the most part, you're just sitting with a paycheck. So there are a couple of players that slip through the cracks into free agency during fantasy draft rebuilds, but it's not common. Maybe you find 1 or 2 players, but it's usually not great. Bradbury, he's not really a guy that I would consider. Jonathan Jones, I would consider someone that's like 25, 26 or younger. And Alex Pierce, I guess, is one of those, but we just don't need him, right? These guys are just not people we need. Wicks, Demario Douglas, not bad, just not what I need. Will McDonald even, not really someone I need. So probably not going to be spending much, if anything, in free agency here. We ended up going for Cordell Flott, a 3-year, $18 million deal. He's really good in zone, okay in man. I ended up putting him at safety in our Texans franchise, so might be able to play there here as well. But yeah, I don't really want to spend too much more in free agency. I didn't really like what was going on there. If we need a wide receiver, there might have been someone halfway decent, but it's draft time, which... What draft picks do we have again? Do we have extras? Because we definitely made a trade. We should have 2/3, right? Maybe not. I guess we never had a 3rd or a 4th. Or maybe, I don't know, something happened. So I will say, this is not the worst draft in the world to miss out on picking 1 overall. There is definitely not a generational quarterback. Hell, there might not even be a generational player in the entire class. Maybe this tackle or something, but like, who cares about that? It's O-line. But yeah, no generational quarterback. There is a 1-2 that's graded as a 1-2. Theo Hillman, more of an, a mobile type guy. Now, usually these guys aren't superstar or X Factor, but they're almost always star. So you can bet that I absolutely do want him. And then at pick 10, I think we can still rock with the edge we have. So it might just be a trade down to get more value to grab the quarterback and then someone else, like, quarterback with DT or something. There's a couple edge rushers. I didn't really get to fully scout them, but I kind of just had to go off of, decent 40 time, A to C finesse with a B block shed. It's probably an A finesse, B block shed, something like 78 finesse, 74 block shed. Not bad, right? So if Kent's there at 10, maybe I have to take a chance, but overall, this may be a trade down to like 20 to grab the quarterback. I'm going to skip to 10. As much as I would like Kent, Brinkley was on my list as well. He didn't look great, but he was good enough to where I'd maybe grab him. We'll take a look at Kent, see if he's there. I highly doubt it, and he is gone. Leonard's there as well. A little bit slower, but another edge rusher type. 21 years old, and A power move, A to C block, A to C finesse. It's interesting, but we need so much, and is edge really that big of an E? Luvu was pretty good for us, and then obviously I wouldn't be replacing Nolan Smith this early, so I think I'm going to move down 10 spots, grab the quarterback, maybe even like 12, whatever team is going to give me a good trade nearby. Damn, the Eagles are giving me some trade, though. They are giving me a trade. Because I could probably try to get a trade up. Like, if I traded 32... and then that second next year, I probably get back up there, so that would be a whole first round next year. Is that not a good trade? A second round pick surely gets me up 10 spots, right? I'm going to go Philadelphia. They're always the craziest team trade-up-wise. I'm going with that. I'm taking that trade. Carruthers went all the way at 14. I don't know if I'm going to get a safety then. It's kind of crazy. I should kind of look ahead and see which teams need a quarterback. I'm going to go to 20. Hopefully he's still there. He is. Wow, the edge rusher was still there. Okay, Niners, Chiefs, Seahawks, Texans. Niners. Don't really need a quarterback technically. Chiefs. Oh, I'm going to trade up here. I'm trading up with the Niners. Well, I'm hoping we get a new center because David Andrews is going along with this first-round pick we have here at 32 and the Eagles' second-round pick next year, which I don't hate the trade. I think it's an okay trade. I'm actually surprised it even costs us that much. 12 spots for a second next, which could be the worst second in the world, but it's still a second-round pick. Theo Hillman's obviously going to be our choice. We need a quarterback. BBAB with some decent traits. Please just be hidden. No matter what, he's the starter. And even if he's like a 69 overall, hidden development trait, looks old, but you know what? He's probably star. And star is good enough for me. I am happy with it. So I'm a little surprised by this, but I had 3 safeties, and I thought, I would have had to trade up for one. I don't have to. I don't know who I want the most. I think some of them are a little bit on the slower side, but, best available, this is what you got. So Rudolph's decent with a B zone coverage. Cartwright, also 5'9", definitely a little bit faster, but I think he has that C zone coverage. And then Garner, who's also 5'9", bit slower. I don't know if speed really matters that much. He's got good zone man coverage, so I guess I go Paul Cartwright. Please be hidden. Please. Oh, he's starter anyways, but damn, that kind of sucks. All right, I can't trade up for any of these other players. I don't think, but maybe I should have looked. Either way, moving on to the next round. Our next pick after that is the 4th, so yikes. We also don't have a lineman at center now, so we're going to have to do something about that. O-line, there are some day 3. Actually, there's not some day 3s. There's like a day 3, so yeah, there's that. Mooney looks pretty good too. Got a power move edge rusher, which is day 3. Linebacker definitely would not hurt. And then as far as cornerbacks go, we have a 6'5" day 3 with an A-man, A-press. So obviously I need that. I'm going to go to the middle of the 3rd to try and get a 4th that's high. So hopefully those day 3s that are there are still there. And I might even take the corner first because day 3 could mean literally anything. These offers are horrible though. Damn, 89. Okay. Do I just risk it? I'm going to risk it. We can't afford to trade up. And we just need so much. There's got to be someone there, even if it's just one lineman, one linebacker. Maybe the linebackers actually wouldn't be there, would they? Oh, no. They're all gone. I sold. I got excited. Who's there? The center's there. The corner's there. Well, I'm going to take the corner. Obviously, Larry Creighton. I got way too excited there. I don't know. Larry Creighton, decently fast. Hidden Dev. We drafted a superstar once before like this, and he was slower than this. He was 87 speed, I believe, so those 6'4" corners, you can't go wrong. I'm going to trade up with the Cardinals because I really need a lineman. Like, we just don't have one. Linebacker, we can make something work, but lineman, I need somebody to develop here. 104 and 149 will get the job done, which will be the lineman. Hopefully he's hidden. If not, I'll be sad. Quarterback at least was hidden. Pick 10 overall. We got a first round next year, so I can't really complain about how this draft went for us. I do want Hughes as well, which I don't know if I'm going to get him, but Collins, decently strong, 21 years old. Please. Yes, there we go. Worth the trade. Not every pick was perfect, but they were pretty good. And honestly, even though I would love an edge rusher, we don't actually need any of these players. The cornerback we just got at 6'5", he'll be the number 2 or number 1, depending on his overall. And Mitchell's a star dev, so we don't really need more than 2 corners. And, if there's an edge here, I'll take them. But other than that, I'm just going to load up for next year, I think. Ooh. 2 edge rushers. I kind of want both, but definitely Hughes for sure because he's an A power move, B tackle. Slow as hell, but A power move is always going to catch my eye. And he's hidden. Oh, I don't know what to do now. Lulu can't play coverage. Like, he's a pass rusher. I'm not doing that, but I don't know. I really don't know. He's probably going to be star. He's probably going to be raw. I just seen Quincy, sadly. If one of the corners is still there, I'll take him just for the value, but okay, so the quarterback's still there too. He's a day 3. Don't think we need QB, but the value could be there. Good throw up. He's 23, though. A to C man coverage, I think, makes sense. So he's 23, but Ashmore, 23, I can't do it. I don't really look too deep into these players. I just tag the ones that have some potentials, and then if I want to, I'll end up scouting them further. But obviously, it just wasn't worth the value. So pick 5 in the pick 10 in the 5th round. Not bad, but yeah, we're definitely going to be trading the rest of this down if we have much more, and calling it a draft, which was good, I think. Why is it so far in the future? Like, give me this 5th round from the Rams. They at least know what they're doing. Yeah, I'll take a 6th round 2 years from now. That makes sense. A high 6 this year for a 6th round pick 2 years from now that I don't know what it's going to be. Way to go. You're really dealing here. You're doing well. You're killing it. Keep it up, kid. It's like, what are we doing? Glad I didn't get rid of Hargrave because the DTs I seen were decent, but I didn't trade up for them. 73, 74, 71, 72, 70, and 69. Okay, I mean, not the best we've ever seen, but fair enough. Old as hell. I normally don't, like, switch the faces, but, like, something's got to give with these 50-year-old rookies. It's getting crazy. And he's superstar. Hell yes. I usually see star out of the, wrong thing, out of the older quarterbacks that are, like, mobile. My man, superstar. Okay. I like it. Oh, I forgot about this. I don't know. He was a white dude, so I'm just going to random white dude and stop. Oh my god, he's almost as old as before. Is this what EA thinks 20-year-olds look like? That's kind of, I guess. It's young enough. Like, what are they doing? I remember, I don't know who it was, but one of the devs like responded with like an old-looking rookie. It's like, yeah, I'm sure one guy that looks kind of old equates to the like 30 old face models you have in the game. I'm sure of it. But Cartwright, we had so many choices at safety, so we'll see how bad of a decision we made. He is good in both, but that could be a detriment, right? Because he's going to be good at both, but not great at one. Whereas like Creighton's going to be probably really good at man. Yeah, he's really good at man. So, I mean, I would take whatever, I'm going to get. Please be superstar like our other guy that is good at one thing rather than like great at one thing rather than just good at a few things. Collins, I don't really care too much. Hughes, though, I will take a look at. 70 overall. What is that power move? I mean, that's pretty good. That block shed's terrible. Last time we seen a guy built like this, he was superstar, so maybe we got lucky again. Superstar? And he is. Damn, dude. We actually got the superstar build, too. I mean, if I can't get a good trade for Luvu, though, he's just going to be sitting for another year. Or not another year, but he'll be sitting for a year. And we'll see what happens the following season. What did we want? So safety, we took Cartwright. Rudolph went shortly after. Lovely. Hidden dev for the and he's 80 zone. Literally just talked about how he's like he's good at one thing rather than a jack of all trades. Dev. It's only star, but that's still higher dev than normal, believe it or not. Any other safeties? Garner was the other one, 73 overall. Nice! Another hidden! Awesome! I'm glad I chose the worst one. Yay, speed. Oh, he's superstar. Yay, speed. Athleticism. Woo, fun. Bennett was the other guy if he's hidden. I literally took the only normal dev safety I had on my list there in that round. There's no way. That is a bottling. And then I want to see Foster real quick. This is the DT I was going to trade up for. He was picked 2 in the second round. He was hidden. Very good block shed, decent power move. He was B on both, so I was like, that's good, but it's not great. What's the dev? Star dev, fair enough, but we failed a couple of positions, but yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. All right, we ended up trading Zach Wilson, Noah Brown, and Robert Woods for Drew Sanders and a 4th round pick. Zach Wilson, he's still not bad, right? 25 years old, 70 overall quarterback. Better than their quarterback, but I don't know if they're actually going to start him because I don't know what the tags are like. But we get ourselves a linebacker. Even though left out doesn't really seem to play too much in this scheme, it's still a fill-in piece. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to like put, like the smart thing would be to put Fred Warner on the back burner, try to get Milano and Drew Sanders a dev up because Fred Warner's gonna be great no matter what. But I really don't know if I can do that to him. But yeah, still a lot more work to do. But we did add a couple of starting pieces. Season 2 roster. Hillman, almost called him Tillman, kind of off-center on the pitcher, it seems. Not that it really matters, but offense for right now looks okay. The problem is Mixon's regressing. He's 28 years old. He's already dropped down to 86. He desperately needs to get to Superstar. I don't think it's going to matter, though. We're going to end up having to make some big blockbuster trade for a running back or get another really high draft pick and hoping there's like a generational running back. That would be a really fun way to get one because normally it's like I either trade for a running back that's good, draft a running back that's good, or just have an ass running back. Those are really the options. And then, the O-line's regressing a little bit, but they're still in great position. Defense, a lot more stars, but yeah, DT2. Right end, we don't know what's going to happen there. Free safety, is he the long-term guy? I don't know. Milano, is he going to regress? Are we going to not get that dev up? Even if he does, he probably still regresses. Strong safety, maybe flop plays there, but Blankenship at 25 years old, I don't know if I see him as the future. We will see. And then we talked about the offense already, the running back, maybe wide receiver 2 needs to be looked at. O-line might need some work. But obviously, considering it's only the start of year 2, and we have an extra first-round draft pick to work with, it could be worse. We're having a so-so season so far. Dexter Lawrence gets a contract. Jahan, I mixed his name together. Mitchell, Sanders. Oh, Sanders. They'll all get contracts. This random running back I found maybe gets a contract. I don't know. Deion Dawkins, for now, will get a contract. Hargrave, probably one more year. And that would still leave us with quite a bit of money. There's a chance we actually make the playoffs this year, especially if we win. And we lost, so forget it. Kind of curious to see the playoff bracket, though. See if we would have made it at like 9 and 8. The Cardinals, okay, that's not a team. Even it's a fantasy. It's not a team that usually has the best of success with playbooks. So if we were 9 and 8, would we have made the playoffs? Maybe. Don't know, but maybe. We would have at least had a chance at it, but not today. It's a good start, I suppose, right? 8 and 9, the team's still needing to develop. While a lot of the positions may be filled, we still do need different or upgrades in the positions themselves, specifically wide receiver, and I don't know what we're going to do at running back, to be honest. But Hillman, touchdown to pick ratio is great. Yards are pretty decent, but they're still kind of low. Mixon, I highly doubt gets Superstar, and at this point, I don't think it's going to matter. Receiver numbers are pretty low in general. Trying to mix it up with the playbooks. This season, I ran Seattle, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Defense was terrible. Creighton was pretty good. Tucker was decent again. Coleman pretty good. And then, kick return, punt return stuff. Doesn't really matter usually. Offensive numbers, I just hate. Look at the Bills at Baker Mayfield. I hate sticking it out with one playbook like all the time, like the Chiefs or the Cowboys or something like that. But he was number 2. You don't really have much of a choice, do you? The game doesn't really give you much of a choice. It's like, if you want any sort of numbers, you gotta roll with one of the playbooks that gets numbers. All right, Baker Mayfield has the Bills in the Super Bowl. Going up against the Falcons, and the Falcons win. 87 overall. Our overall's pretty good, but our team is in a weird spot because there's regressions, especially at running back, which we can now see is an 84, which actually isn't bad. He dropped from basically a 90 to an 86, and then 86 to 84. That's not terrible. If he would have gotten Superstar early on, he would actually probably still be very viable even a year or two down the line, but at this point now, we're probably going to need a new running back, and then defensively, was hoping maybe Creighton would have went up in dev, didn't. Luvu's an 87 overall. He's actually not bad. It's just 28, 89 for that. He's actually not bad. He just needs a damn dev up. But I don't know what we do with Hughes. I think we're going to wait. Oh, Cartwright went up in dev. I usually don't get dev ups for the safety position without, some sort of award win. So that's pretty nice. Did it look kind of like Blankenship was also up in dev? Was he? He was not. Okay, so strong safety probably needs a replacement. Linebacker always we're looking for. We got Hargrave on one more year, but we definitely need a DT. Corners I think are fine. Running back for sure, but we might have to trade for one, which I think is a little early to do so. So unless there's a free agent running back right now or a really good value trade, probably not going to do that. Also, our pick was the Eagles. Didn't see the Eagles make the Super Bowl. I would imagine they still made the playoffs. Yeah, they did at 12-5. So our draft pick probably isn't going to be the best from them, but maybe a top 15 pick and a top 25 pick, which kind of equals out to a top 5 pick if we really wanted it. 17 and 24. Okay, I mean that's not bad, I guess. It's not the worst. And there really wasn't anyone on expiring contracts that we needed to re-sign. We got rid of, mostly backups, and we took care of the guys we really needed to re-sign, like Dexter and whatnot. So let's take a look at free agency. Tucker, we did let go. A-Chain. Oh, no, there's 14 teams, and he's really not interested. I want to see if there's any way I can boost our odds with, like, scheme change or something. Maybe I relocate the whole ass stadium. I don't know, whatever needs to happen. But A-Chain, even though I don't think he's probably playing well yet, is definitely someone I want, without a doubt. So close to home, historic championship. I mean, quarterback, I guess. Historic championship should be way over to the left. 0-4 in Super Bowls. I mean, what? Close to Texas? Yeah, not particularly, buddy. But what I can do for you is offer the blank check for the team. 4-56. Where does that put us? Okay, so there's no full green. So we can, like, go crazy here and just do the whole thing, right? Get a full green, trade off Mixon perhaps, live a good life. I think that's the only options we have here. I'm willing, any position that I'm going to be paying, it's going to be a damn running back, because that is a tough position to draft. And they're still not. Oh, my Lord, his agent's insane. There are airplanes. You can go to Texas whenever you want, buddy. 4-year 68. It's a lot of money. Okay, hopefully that's good enough, because that is a lot of cash. Any other positions? Probably not. Cam Robinson finally hits free agency. Nico Collins is a free agent. I think that's really our big ticket item, which will allow us to trade off Mixon for probably decent value. Please! Yes. Okay, so I don't know how well he's played, but I mean, at this point, he's insane for the future. Yeah, low, kind of like I expected, but once he gets to that 90 overall, we're hoping he kind of cooks, because that's usually what it takes to get these running backs to do well, is 90 plus overall, and then they finally put up numbers. But it does seem like the speedy, like, non-trucky backs, like elusive backs, are like really not good in sim. Like Swift has always been bad. Pollard's always been bad. A-Chain, I don't know too much about, but I can't imagine he's doing well, because, he's playing poorly here, so I doubt he does well in normal sims. But Mr. Mixon, who has 2 years left, I'd still say we save some money, will be traded somewhere. There's got to be a team that needs a running back. Okay, I guess not. Let's see if there's any value we can get. Pratt, probably not. Ernest Jones isn't bad, though, so we'll see about that. Ernest Jones is not bad. So it took all this. So Mixon, a fifth this, and a sixth 2 years from now for a second and a fourth from the Buccaneers, which is pretty high. Don't get me wrong, Ernest Jones isn't bad, but I don't know if linebacker is really the need we have right now. Quarterback, I think, was pretty good. So, I mean, unless there's a full-blown generational player, obviously Hillman's going to be the future. Running back set now. Wide receiver, we're going to look at, because Dotson could be decent at slot receiver, even though I did pay him like a 5-year 70. Tight end obviously is fine. O-line will definitely, draft 1 or 2 a season just for, future protection. And honestly, Hughes should probably start. Luvu's not bad, though. DT is probably our highest position. I still can't believe I paid Drew Sanders a 5-year 50, though. That's ridiculous. Fred Warner's good. Milano needs a replacement for sure. If we can get some decent value out of him, we might even trade him during the draft, but as far as like a fantasy draft rebuild goes, we actually are closer to the like cap window, like the top of the cap hit as I've really ever been. So you do have to be a little bit careful. Safety also Daxton Hill. So we have options. If they'll still take the trade in the draft, we can get Daxton Hill. Tyreek Stevenson, unless he can play safety, probably not interested as we already have corners. But yeah, we're turning the team around and we're not too many pieces away, and plus we got that quarterback pretty early on, so he'll continue to develop. I feel good about it. I feel optimistic about a Super Bowl win in this one. All right, pick 17. I actually really need to look back at my board to see if there is players that I want. So obviously there's some pretty decent players. Like Shepard looks like a really good edge rusher. Power move A, very athletic, and a bunch of different A's in there. Looks pretty good. Maybe even generational for all we know, but not really the biggest positional need right now. We actually have probably too many edge rushers. DTs though, Calendo looks great. Matthews looks great. That's kind of it, but we need one DT, so I don't know, because I don't want to just be stuck with like a normal. I kind of want to get to like mid-second, grab Galindo and Matthews, unless Galindo's, star or better, and, I don't need to go for Matthews, but It's kind of the plan there. And I do want a cornerback, Baldwin. I might just go to 17 and take Baldwin. You know, I don't know if we necessarily need a corner, but we could use a safety, and Baldwin with an A-man, B zone. He's got to be one of those, like, 76, 77 overall corners, and I don't think you can go wrong with a 76 overall player. So that's what we're going to end up doing, I think, if he's there, is taking Baldwin. I just think he's worth it, right? I scouted lineman late because we only really need one, technically. Is Baldwin there? No way he went? Wasn't he a 1-2? He must have been really good then. Roach is still there, though. I mean, he's similar. He's a little bit smaller. Maybe could be free safety. He's elite speed. I'm going to take him, too. Nice! I don't know why I said 2. I didn't get the other guy. 95 speed, 95 excel with hidden. Maybe he's even better. Maybe we got lucky. I don't know. But our draft picks aren't crazy great, so I'm going to trade 24 down to get to that mid-second, which we ended up getting that Buccaneers second-round pick, which is nice. Probably going to end up taking that DT there at that spot. The Bills are giving me a great trade. I'll take that every day of the week. It always seems like the trades where I'm trying to just get a little something to move to the next round are always the best trades where I'm barely moving. Yet when I should be getting more and I'm giving up way more position, they give me nothing. I don't really understand that. This is a nice trade, actually. I'm not even going to look at the other trades. I like that. I like it. Might be a little bit later than I would like, but it's crazy value. We end up seeing them take a wide receiver. So pick 9 in the second round. There should be a lot of talent still here. I might even take a lineman kind of high. The guy had a lot of different A's and looked promising, so I might do that. Carter's still there. If I needed edge, this would be in a perfect year to do it. Very athletic. I mean, he looks great. That guy looks like he would go top 15 in a user league, which I don't know if that's really saying anything because I say that a lot. But we're going to go with Eddie Caliendo, and hopefully, or Galendo, he's hidden development trait. And he is, so I don't even need to take Matthews. We're done. Fair enough. Let's take a look at this O-lineman and see if I want to trade up, because I'm kind of debating if this guy's generational or not. Where was he? He is... Oh, yeah, we went way late. Pagel, I don't know if he is, but an A awareness, A impact, B run block. His bench press sucks. Yeah, I mean, I'll take him if he's there at 16, I think. But I don't think he's generational. I thought at first maybe, but I'd maybe even argue that Stewart's generational. So unless there's somebody I absolutely want, which is some safeties, I maybe go with Beckwith or Broyles if they're there. But I think we're good to go to 16. And honestly, at 16, if that edge is still there, I might even debate that too. So I'm hoping, either the center or the guard are there. Broyles, the safety went. That's not great, but guard or center there, I'm going to take him, I think. And the DT's still there. Cox is... I might even take Cox. Okay. Now let's all laugh at... get the laughs out now. Pagel and him. Okay, so we're going to take Cox. Like, it's a little bit deep. The linebacker class is deep. I could wait, but I'm going to take Cox right now. I can't wait any longer. Damn it! Normal dev. That was an underwhelming Cox. And, of course, Pagel goes right there. We're going to be trading out with the Bills, Browns, Bears, Giants, who? All right, we're doubling down here. Jake Matthews in a second-round pick to move up like 6 to 8 spots in the second round. I don't even know if that center is a big dude or not, but I'm just hoping either he's a big dude or the center we already have is a big dude and somebody can move over to tackle or something. But we will be moving to the lineman position. Mr. Stewart, 6'3", not really that big, but looks great for the most part, so he's going to be my guy. No shot he's normal. Okay, this draft is starting to fall apart a little bit here. I'm going to be honest with you. Some players here that I really thought would be like clear-cut home runs, and they just have not been. Bush is still pretty good. Brockers, maybe in the second round. I think I might be able to get away with just moving on to the next round. Right? Yeah, I'm going to move on to 16 in the second, or in the third. And there should still be some players there. I really don't want to trade up any higher than that anyways. I think that's a good spot. Really like that Raiders trade down. I'm pretty sure, Ruben went. Might have been my guy. But back-to-back picks here. Hopefully there's still somebody here to take, but there should be. Espinoza looks pretty good. Any O-line, we have Brockers and Galloway. I think Brockers is going to be my guy. Please, somebody be hidden. Please. Thank you. Selling hard. We're okay. We got Brockers. We got ourselves a hidden lineman. All is well. Even though Cox might be decent, I always like to have a backup Cox on a linebacker on shorthand. I don't know what to do here because it's a bunch of different style of players. Surely a second outside linebacker won't be normal. Thank you. Espinoza, the hidden development trade. I think we actually need a starter, right? Or no, maybe we don't. Maybe we can get rid of Milano. We can actually get rid of... Oh, yeah, was it... What were we doing? I'll wait till the end of the draft anyways, but what were we going to trade Hargrave for? Was it Ernest Jones? Don't know if we really need that anymore. Let's see what's here in the third round, though. Late third. Still some linebackers. Could always use... well, not linebackers, but a singular linebacker. Could always use depth. Was this the guy that was slow, but he's really good at trucking? He's actually decently strong. We'll go with Norman. Saquon Norman. Normal development trade, 91 speed, 90 excel. Seems like a lot of fun, though. It's just kind of irrelevant for us. But we got ourselves a backup running back. We have our Thunder to our Lightning. And honestly, with so many running backs there, I probably should have taken the linebacker. Although the linebacker's still there, so we're going to take him. Ciante Morris, very raw but athletic. And as, of course, you would expect, he is hidden development trait and the most athletic linebacker we took. It only makes sense. It just works. And I can't remember if we took a safety. This guy looks so mid, but I'm going to take him anyways. And that's it for me. I will be trading down every other draft pick. I end up trading pretty much all of our draft picks, but we have pick 31 in the 7th round. Derek Chapman with decent ratings here. A, awareness. B, kick accuracy. Elite kick power is going to be a guy I take. And... potentially have drafted a generational kicker. Does that warrant a title of I drafted a generational? How desperate are we for them views? But let's take a look at the draft recap. See if he actually was a generational. I don't really care too much. He's a kicker anyways. Oh, maybe I don't need the bait. I might have actually drafted a generational in Roach. I highly doubt it, but he looks great anyways. 80 man coverage, 74 zone. What's if he was actually better than the corner I actually wanted? I already forgot his name because this guy's so freaking beastly, but to put him at more of like a real cornerback number, I guess 25, 26 probably looks a little better. Star dev, but fair enough. Still a really good player. DT 73, 73 for Cox, 75 for the center. Brocker is 73. I'm going to be so mad if Pagel was actually like, I mean, just hidden in general, but a generational player, and I just missed out on him. So Pagel, 77 overall. Oh, man. 85 pass block power. I definitely don't think he's superstar, but that is still really sucky. He is star, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's go to that first round corner. How close were we? I'll pick 12. That is high. And he was normal. 23 normal. I mean, I was willing to take him just because of the way he looked, but we dodged a bullet. That is nice. The roster for Season 3, we got a brand new running back in A-Chain. Super speedy, very average juke move, actually, to be fair. I'm not really sure what are they upgrading. Elusive back, yet he's only 85 juke move. Either way, almost 90 overall. Once he gets that 90 overall, he should be getting even better yards per carry. I don't know what I want to do for the scheme on offense, but this is what the team looks like for right now. We don't really have a replacement for Batonio or Dawkins, so continuing to draft offensive line will be a must, but the team looks really good compared to where it was before. Did we look at Espinoza or Morris's dev? I guess whoever is the highest dev might be the starter next year, whoever is youngest, I don't know. Strong safety is definitely a need. Nick Cross is like still really young and he's there, but you know, we're going to start who we have at the moment. Roach is the new number 1 because he's the highest overall. Creighton at number 2, and then Mitchell at number 3. Great corners. I think the corners are set. We just need to, once again, continue to develop. Edge, Hughes is still not going to be starting. We're really wasting him here, but what am I supposed to do? Do I bench Noland? I can't really bench Luvu, can I? I don't know if he needs a contract this year, but whenever he needs a contract, we might just let him go if he's not playing well and move on to Hughes, I suppose. But Galindo plays, Hargrave. Don't know if the trade value is really there, and I can't really be bothered to like remove him off the team and then like replace him with some free agent. We'll see what we're getting offered. Kyrie Elam's actually not a bad offer. I'm going to find the team that has yellow or better interest if possible. And okay, well, let's just find out who. So the Cardinals are really the only team offering like a legit offer. So let's trade to them. Maybe we give Hargrave for a second. Okay, I mean, I'll give up a 4th to make this trade happen, or maybe 2/5, whatever. Yeah, that's a little bit better. A 5th and a 6th, probably. And that'll be it. So I guess it was worth it because we ended up getting a 2nd-round draft pick off of him, and we're not even using him. So there we go. Let us move on to this season. See if we can maybe make the playoffs at least. Ooh, rookie focus. Wait, no, this isn't mentor. This isn't... either way, it's still hopefully good. Zone coverage, I suppose, for the linebacker. Still I don't know about making progress. What's the difference between? Does that even matter? Probably not, right? Either way, it's something. We'll get a couple of upgrades to zone probably, no matter what. Rookie focus. You also have a camp standout, which is free upgrades, which is pretty cool. Hopefully it's pass rusher of some sort. Morris has his ups and downs, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. Always getting better each day. I mean, Fred Warner is a good guy to teach you. 3 to zone coverage, not terrible. And let's see what this rookie, or this standout is. Once again, hopefully it's an edge rusher. If not, maybe corner, I guess. Nolan, that's pretty good too. As once again, we are kind of on the Nolan Smith train. We're hoping he can develop because Hughes and him could be a good duo. Gotta remember, even though we're kind of wasting Hughes early on, he is super young. He's only 22 right now. And maybe if Luvu sucks early, we'll switch him. But as long as we're winning games, I'm probably not going to change much. Making a little bit of a comeback on the season. Got some names here, actually, that we do need to pay. Gabe Davis being one of them. Our money isn't as good as, normal fantasy draft, comparisons. We usually have more money than this. But I suppose we have paid a good amount of our players. 5-year 55 for Nolan. That's about 11 per. That's not bad at all. Milano, definitely going to be gone. Reed Blankenship, we could do better, but that's not bad, right? You know what? He's not developing. I'm going to let him go. And then the worst case scenario, Whitehead plays safety or strong safety anyways. And if not him, one of the corners maybe moves over there like Flott perhaps. But yeah, I guess we're not that screwed. I mean, we are losing Milano, but for a purpose, he's kind of too old to keep going, I think. No way we're going to finish with the exact same record. Okay, we don't. 7-10. Somehow regressed. I don't know what to tell you. Win-loss, 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 all the way through, and then a couple of losses with the wins, and it was a GG. But let's take a look at the season. Please tell me the quarterback was at least better. I think so, right? I think so. A-Chain, there we go. He must got 90. He must have got to 90. Yep, he's a 90 overall. Morale dropped him, but I don't think that matters. He's a 90 overall, which, puts him at a better season. Oh, Gabe Davis. We had to pay him a 4-year 84. It might have been worth it. I think he's superstar now. O-line, really good, actually. Even the center converted to tackle for his year in, pretty good. Luvu, 9, 10 for Lawrence, 7.5 for Nolan. That's not bad. Galindo at 5.5. Interceptions were really low, though. Maybe Drew Sanders gets a dev up. The generational kicker wasn't bad, but he got 3 kicks blocked. 54 yards per punt for A.J. Cole, and no kick return or punt return touchdowns. Yards are better on offense, though. Lamar Jackson wins MVP, as he does. Any award wins, please. Oh, Galindo at 3. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Antonio's a superstar. There we go. That's something. That's actually more than something. That's actually really clutch. He's getting up there in age, so that superstar helps him quite a bit. All right, DevOps Davis. Really wish A-Chain would have got there, but Gabe Davis, that is pretty nice, as he is now a superstar. Maybe Drew Sanders would have got a dev up too. Who else on defense? Anyone? Probably not, right? Yeah, Drew Sanders went up in dev, which is clutch because we paid him a lot of money. No one else, though, sadly. Didn't even get to see these two's dev. Morris kind of went up in overall quite a bit, though, so it tells me he might actually be superstar. Unless we already knew and I just completely forgot. But Luvu didn't go up in dev, which really hurts. No dev up for Nolan, which makes sense. But Luvu could have really used that. He's 28 years old, or maybe even about to be 29. And he's actually not bad, and he's playing pretty well, so I would like to keep him. But if you're not going to at least get to superstar, let alone X Factor, the regression is going to be really bad. And it's going to be quicker than normal, too. Probably a season or 2 extra, earlier and harsher. The winner of the Super Bowl is the Seahawks. Let's go to re-signings if there are even anyone, because if there are even... Yep, words. If there even is anyone, because it was pretty much all backup level. I know Reed Blankenship, but Whitehead's basically the same as him, and it looks like Reed's not really going to progress too much more. If there's a free agent safety, maybe I go for him. But I just don't think Reed is the guy, right? I don't even think he has 80 zone coverage. 77. I mean, he's just not progressing at all. Milano's down to an 82. The money's not bad, but I think it's time to move on. Nick Cross, I mean, we have so many safeties as is. I mean, I think I'm fine. I guess I'll pay Anthony Barr for the mentor, but I could have just got him in free agency anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. But 69 mil, I would love a safety. A linebacker wouldn't hurt, but a safety is absolutely the number one thing I would like to have here. Safety, and that's probably it. I don't think I would even pay a linebacker unless they're really good value, because we're pretty good at linebacker anyways. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, this ain't good. Free agency is weak. Matt Milano's on the list. He's like one of the best. The best safety is Reed. Jeremy Chin, I mean, he's literally the same, but faster, which means he's not the same, by the way. That's how that works. Johnson, I think, at 24. It's just, I don't know if I need to up my sliders at safety, but it's just not happening. I think it might be flot time unless we find a rookie. Flot or rookie, that's really it. But right now, we don't have much to draft, so we could debatably even just trade for somebody that's proven at a tougher position. Safety's not that tough, but it does take a long time to develop that position, so maybe. Also, if Thielen retired, I might try to get DeAndre Hopkins on like a 1 year, like 12, just to have that, 1 year 11 maybe, just to have that veteran presence there. Nope, never mind. I guess we're skipping that position. I might just skip free agency and trade for somebody that we need. I don't know if I really want to draft right now, because even though we didn't make the playoffs, I mean, looking at the roster, what do we really need, right? What's the draft pick? Pick 11. We could probably trade 43 and 47 for a proven safety. Not that we even need to. We could probably just put Whitehead there, or like I said, Flott, I think, was like a 79 overall at safety. Look at the zone. I'm going to put him at strong safety. Even if I'm not going to start him, he's still probably better there anyways. We don't even need a corner, whereas he'd be a good backup, I suppose, and probably cheaper to re-sign whenever we need to. 78 overall, I mean, he's already better zone coverage than Reed, so, I mean, at the end of the day, or 77 overall, if you will. If he gets a dev up, breakout or two, to break out with 20k XP, maybe he's an 81 overall, 25-year-old star. That's not bad, right? Because Cartwright's a freaking 79 overall, which is kind of crazy, though, because he's actually built really well to play corner. I mean, look at that. 82 zone, 81 man. Take it back. Maybe he will be that, like, do-it-all, jack-of-all-trades guy. Yep, and he is superstar. Oh, no, it's not the guy I thought. I thought he was developing really slow compared to Morris, yet he was the one that's superstar. Okay. I mean, we don't need anybody, though. Like, right now, it's future-proofing and safety. That's really all there is to it. Wait, did Batonio retire? No way! Batonio retired after going to Superstar. Oh, I guess we need a lineman. Maybe trade for a proven lineman and or safety. All right, we traded quite a bit of picks here, but mid-second and another mid-second with Cox for Cisco, who's 26 years old and Superstar. I think it was a pretty good, fair trade for both sides, as we needed a safety. He's an 89 zone coverage safety, so we're going to be putting him at strong safety and probably drafting for the future at maybe O-line, because I guess we're not looking great at right tackle, but we're fine for this season. I mean, we're looking okay. I just think we trade down 11, or we find a pass rusher. Don't really need one, technically, but is Hughes really going to be the guy this long after, like, the drafting of him to still not start? Is he really going to be the guy still? I do not know, but I suppose he moves to right end right now and then maybe replaces Luvu soon. We'll see, but we just need to win games. It's not even really that the team isn't good. It's just we're not winning games. Now, if we find a generational wide receiver, I will probably take them and then move Dotson at number 3, but if not, it may be a trade down. All right, trade pick 11, a third, a fourth, and another fourth with Morris to the Saints for 28-year-old DK Metcalf, who is technically already paid up. That is, quote-unquote, the biggest kind of issue on the team. So, I mean, we are absolutely stacked at wide receiver. The quarterback's an 82 overall. A-Chain's a 90 plus. I mean, we need a lineman or two, and outside of that, I mean, we're in about as good of a spot as you could really be in. So, we might have hurt ourselves for the future a little bit, but we're going to try and trade up to get 2 decently high thirds. That's usually where you can get a decent lineman and maybe try to get 1 or 2 hiddens and call it a really short draft. I went to the next pick. I completely forgot that we had no first-round picks. I'm hoping one of these linemen are still there. I had a couple of them that looked all right. I had a couple of linebackers as well, but I think lineman is really just the main thing we have. Turner looks pretty good. Elam looks pretty good, but he has that run block deficiency. Kopp looks pretty good. Mack looks pretty good. I think Kopp is probably the best, even though he's like a center. 22 years old, why not? And he's headed. 92 strength, very good, athletic, and totally worth it. Let's move on till we're down to like one lineman left and trade up for him. We made a trade, a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th for the 4th round pick off of the Lions, which we're going to be using on a lineman, probably the other center, Mack. I think it was his name. I mean, it looks good to me. So, Mr. Braxton Mack, 21 years old as well, who is also hidden. He'll probably be the guy that's... I don't know if he'll be the guy that sits. He'll probably just be ever who the freaking lowest overall is, I guess, sits. But we do need a starting guard, so one of those guys probably will play there. The center we grabbed recently enough was normal, so obviously we're not going to use him. Maybe use him as trade bait, if anything. But not a whole lot of draft picks here, as our main trade piece was, well, the safety and the wide receiver, actually. We didn't just get one player. 75, 74, so I suppose Kopp will be the starter, even though he's 1 year older. He's somewhat more balanced as well. I guess he's more just like a finesse guy, but definitely nice to see someone new other than like all pass block, no run block. Usually that's usually what you get. Star Dev, what was the other guy? Mac, 21, obviously. A little bit smaller. Play actual center, and like we were just talking about that type of player. That's what he is. I should have switched the other guy to guard while I was there as well, because we need a right guard. Both Star Dev, obviously that guy's 21, so he should develop a little bit quicker, but he is smaller, so this makes more sense for Kopp to play right guard. What is this, year 4, technically? That's what the team looks like. O-line takes a little bit of a hit as Joel Bitonio, who has the freaking dev up, retires, but we get a brand new wide receiver in DK Metcalf. We are cooking right now with this offensive skill position group. Espinoza is a loss comparatively to Milano on overall, but he has a higher ceiling. Same with Drew Sanders. And then Fred is probably getting pretty old now. He's 29, but he should be like a 90-plus overall until like 33, 34, which is like beyond how long we'll rebuild this team for. We'll probably do 5, maybe 6 seasons, because the 6th would technically be a 5th, as the first season kind of doesn't count. But looking at the corners, definitely a lower overall than I would like. Same with the D-line outside of Lawrence, but I mean, there's no way any teams are even as close to as good as us, and if they are, there's no way they can, keep getting better like we are, right? Like, we're going to continuously get better, while other teams are probably going to have some retirement, some regression, all that. Right now, we're in a really good spot, and we're probably the highest overall team, 88 for the Seahawks, but we have technically an 89, I think, 89, 88, whereas the Seahawks are 91, 85, so I guess that is pretty close, but we are technically slightly higher, like 1 point higher than them, and we should be at least making the playoffs, right? That should be a given at this point. So if I have to adjust the playbooks to play exactly, or to get into this playoffs, I will do it, because, I mean, at this point, it's not the team that's letting us down, it would be the playbooks. $90 million, Quentin Nelson needs a contract. Luvu, if he's playing really well, I'll give him a contract. If not, it's time for that superstar to shine, hopefully. Linemen, I think we can probably do better than Deion Dawkins. At some point, the money will catch up, right? So I'm trying to be careful, right? 21 mil, I think you let that go and re-sign long-term. 21 mil is so cheap, but I think you can get him cheaper in the end by just re-signing him rather than getting the 5th year and then a bunch of other guys get signed and then, that money is way higher per year. So, yeah, we'll have to monitor, but that's the plan. All right, winner or not, we're in the playoffs, which is great. Oh, we get a bye week. Maybe this is the first year we make the playoffs and a straight-up Super Bowl win. 12-5. I did go with the Chiefs playbook because it's just things were going the way they do. Hillman's number 2. I mean, I don't know what you want from me, right? Like, I tried to do things the fair way, and it just wasn't going well, and then we win like a billion games with the Chiefs. So, what can I do? What can I do? Of course, adding Metcalf may have been a pretty big part of it. At least it's not that Cowboys scheme. Hillman, 33 touchdowns, 1,100 interceptions. That'd be a lot of interceptions. 11 interceptions, 4,300 yards. A-Chain, yards and touchdowns are higher total, I think. Either way, Metcalf was pretty great. Jahan Dotson was pretty good. Hawkinson was really good. Could go to X Factor. Should go to X Factor. And then Davis, even though he was listed at the number 2 wide receiver spot, just gets neglected. Tackles were terrible. Lawrence with 15 sacks. And the rest were terrible. So, yeah, it looks like Luvu's going to free agency. The kicker, 15 for 15. Fred Warner with 7 interceptions. Why not? 52 yards per punt for Cole. And then, yeah, kick returns. That's about what you expect every time. MVP, did we even get on the list? Number 8, which is okay. Award wins, definitely not for O-line or rookie anyways, because we had only linemen. Quarterback at 4, A-Chain at 4, Metcalf at 3, O-line at 8, D-line at 2, linebacker at 6, DB not on the list, kicker at 3. Not missing a single kick is apparently number 3, unless he missed some extra points and I wasn't aware, but all right, fair enough. Let's go to the divisional round. Maybe it's, like I said, our year, the Niners. Oh, Lord, here we go. Take away what I said, huh? Going to the end of the game. A lot of stops both sides. They get a touchdown. We get 3. Come on, offense. Wake up. 7-6. I mean, offense is just doing nothing. 14-7. Tied up 14 all. Nice drive for 7. And that should be it. 4th and 1. They obviously are going to go for it. They don't get it. They lost 2 on a run. The defense is goated. And we're moving on to the championship round just like that. Their quarterback, Jordan Love, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The yards are terrible, though. Hillman was pretty good. A-Chain was pretty much non-existent. Gabe Davis was like a 4th of his whole yards on the season just in one game. Chris Jones was crazy good. Nolan Smith was pretty good. Lawrence and Galindo. Damn, they got a D-line, though. Max Crosby and Chris Jones. Pick for Fred Warner. The guy can't stop intercepting the ball, and we don't want him to try, as we once again are headed to the championship round. I know the Niners, their record wasn't great, but they have a pretty good roster, 89 overall, and playoffs are playoffs. It doesn't really matter how you get there. Once you're in, the records are basically fresh. And the Buccaneers, interesting team drop. Who is Baker on again? What team? So the Niners, they had to beat the Commanders to get here. Not the craziest team to beat, playbooks-wise. The Lions, I thought they were trash, no? I thought they had the first pick overall. They made the playoffs. Wow, okay. Tampa puts up 28 there, though, and then Tampa beats Philly by 2. Okay, on the other side, it's the Patriots and the Chargers. I mean, team-wise, manageable, but the Buccaneers do have a very good passing scheme, so definitely a little bit of worries. 87 overall, 90 for us. I know we started off with a handicap, but I feel like we should be higher than this. And here we go. We are off. Nice drive for 3. We drive for 3 back. We get a stop. We get 7. 10-3, 17-3. I gotta say, this defense is elite right now. I gotta remember what playbook I'm running. 24-3. I think it was Philly, actually, on defense. I don't know if that's cheese, but Jets weren't rocking. The Washington Commanders weren't rocking, and it just wasn't working out. Philly, even though like the numbers weren't great outside of like DT1, seemingly elite on defense. Of course, Hillman nowhere near as good as the other game. Brock Purdy, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. A-Chain with a touchdown. A little bit better this week. Joe Mixon still a starter. That is unexpected. Danny Reed, Nakua, a couple of names in there. Pretty, light offense. I know Nakua is like a really high overall, but some of the names in there are kind of mid. Drew Sanders of the pick. I feel like I haven't seen anything on him in this one like at all. He's just slowly going up in overall and dev, but as far as like actually putting up numbers, I mean, he has had some tackles, I suppose, a couple of interceptions, but feels like he is a silent player. But regardless, the Super Bowl, probably the Patriots. The Patriots, I don't know if their scheme's good either. What is their overall? 88. I mean, pretty much every team's an 88 at this rate. DevOps, quarterback maybe, running back maybe. Quarterback did go up in dev. Hawkinson did go up in dev. Those are pretty big DevOps, especially the quarterback. Deep accuracy, so bad, though. Actually, so bad. Let's go strong arm. Man's going to get like +4 to deep, 2 to throw power. Not even close. Not even close. Hawkinson, I think, was pretty much self-explanatory that he would get to X Factor. Of course, a real Viking. 29 years old. Speed really hasn't gone up, but he's obviously insanely good at route running. The catching is I mean, how do you even drop the ball? If he drops the ball, I would be shocked. Gabe Davis was already superstar, I believe. When was he superstar, actually? Defense, though, nobody went up in dev. I don't think I guess to be fair, we didn't really expect anyone to, did we? Oh, well. I mean, the Patriots, right? The Patriots. Jose Espinoza. Jeez, I'm stupid. I've been saying his name correctly the whole time, and then I bottled it. Not the best, but if you're superstar, you're staying, right? That's just how it goes. A-Chain probably close. It would be really cool to see if they had oops, wrong thing. If they actually had a, like, how close was he type of thing. Like, if he would have had 17 more rushing yards or something. Like, at one point, I would love to see it as the Patriots win by 5 over the Chargers. The other, I would be a bit distraught half the time, probably. Be like, no shot, we were that close. You know, I would just say that all the time. I mean, obviously, he's no Hillman, but their quarterback is pretty good. Josh Allen, 10-0. It's 10-7. Please don't be 0-5 in the Super Bowl, Minnesota. Please. 17-14. Nice drive. Up by 10. Patriots won't go away, though. Nice drive. Come on, defense. Be elite! And we have won, I believe. We have. I was getting crazy, even though they were down 10. 38-28. The Vikings are no longer winless in the Super Bowl. The unwinnable streak, I guess the defeated streak is over. I forgot about Thielen as well. I mean, I know I mentioned it earlier, but Thielen, you know, on the team as well. Got a couple of real Vikings in here. A few. Not many, but a few. Some big names, right? Thielen's a great Viking, and Hawkinson is well on his way to being a pretty great Viking, I feel. And the Vikings are Super Bowl champions thanks to us going the route of intelligence. Who needs the best players? Who needs the most developable players? Who needs the most athletic players? When you have the smarts, you have the awareness. Wonder what other ratings we could do this for. Maybe the fastest team, the slowest team. That would be absolutely pain. Maybe the dumbest team. I don't know. You can't go by... See, you can't really do that because you can't go by slowest, so it would be a pain in the ain. It would have to be best by best, right? Speed and maybe catching. I don't know. Speed. There's not really many, like, speed and change of direction or something. Because obviously you can't do play rec because that's only for defense. But Hillman, kind of back-to-back bad games, right? But A-Chain carried a little bit for once. Chubb got locked down, which is... I know he's a little older now, but he still should be in the 90s. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I almost traded for him. We almost drafted him in this one, I believe, as well. Defense, you know, kind of a group effort. A lot of different sacks for us. Hubbard was theirs. Rasul Douglas with a pick. Perfect kicking. And +1 Super Bowl trophies. And you can't say, oh, it's because of the Chiefs playbook. We've had a lot of rebuilds where it has failed because of the Chiefs playbook, and I've went somewhere else. Like, we went with Chiefs and then ended up going Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers was better for us, so, or the Falcons even. So it's not just the Chiefs playbook. I could guess. I could see if it was the Cowboys, because they do seem to win, like, all the time in Sim, but this is what the team looks like. Hillman, we just kind of looked at, but I'm kind of curious to see what his abilities are. I think we kind of passed that up. Crazy good short, pretty good medium, under pressure, throwing the run, break sacks, really good, very athletic, but deep accuracy, awareness, play action, terrible. So play action, which kind of helps the deep pass, really bad. Gotta say, though, these are some decent abilities. No-look Deadeye, solid. Red zone Deadeyes, maybe not the best. But Jukebox is pretty good. Spin cycle, he's, you know, run and gun. They gave him the scrambling quarterback abilities. A-Chain, please tell me he got to 90 juke. 89, man, that is... For how good of a player he is, man, that juke move sucks. Hawkinson we already looked at. Even though we didn't really dev DK ourselves, I'll still look at him. Kind of curious. Short route's a little iffy, but everything else is pretty damn solid, and obviously he's insanely fast. What about Gabe Davis? I feel like he'd be 92, 93 speed by now. Yeah, 92. I mean, he's really good. Short route, you know, iffy again, but that's why you have your Hawkinson. That's probably why you have your Dotson. I imagine at least. 87 overall. We could have rocked with him. He's still young enough, but I was like, just get a proven guy that's going to put up some numbers and just cut to the chase, would you? Offensive line, not really much I want to see. They're all pretty like mid-level. We already looked at Espinoza. Drew Sanders. Don't wait, I didn't even pay attention. They've been developing him as a pass rusher. I know he is kind of hybrid-y, and he's actually really good considering he's like basically been getting finesse upgrades this whole time. What a player, though. That is interesting, right? Like, he can press, he can cover, he can block shed, and obviously he can get to the quarterback with 82 finesse. It's an interesting build. Not personally the route I would have gone, but, you know. Basically 99 everything. Fred Warner. Where's that speed? Oh, +3. Wait, there's one for a middle linebacker +3? Okay, 87 speed. I think he starts with 86. Block shed's crazy. Zone's cornerback level, safety level. Man coverage is cornerback, safety level. Jumping is cornerback, safety level. Pursuit is best safety in the league level. I mean, he's really good and smart. He is he's the definition of wicked smart. You know, he's that guy. Cisco, we just got him, but 90 plus zone. Very athletic. Don't know how much those acquisitions we just got played the factor in us winning it all, but I'm glad that we won it all, so I'm not really going to ask how it happened. 85 man, 83 zone. I mean, he is a very interesting safety that can play corner. We've just got players that are like super hybrid on this defense, which maybe is the reason why we won it all. I don't know. Brandon Roach, great man coverage, insanely speedy. Zone kind of sucks, though, which that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You know, you're going to get the highest archetype, and the rest sucks. 6'5 corner who's still insanely young. 93 man coverage, no catching, terrible zone, but okay press, and he's fast enough. He'd still be a problem, even though he can't catch and has 0 zone. Be interesting to actually have a corner that big and use them. Luvu, we were about to let go, to be fair. He just really wasn't performing, and we have a guy that might even still be better than him long term. But he actually worked out a lot better than I thought he would. 90 finesse, speedy, and, you know, he was okay. He put up the best edge numbers we had the whole time, which I would say isn't saying much, but Nolan's not bad. He's not terrible. Going to be 26, no dev up, and no real breakout season. Maybe there's a threshold for that as well. 85 overall, or maybe, I don't know. Galindo, I mean, just no deving. Power move's great, but the overall is just not there. And once again, and especially since we've seen the way they've played, overall does seem to be the most important thing. There's got to be some sort of scenario in there that we can make happen. Dexter Lawrence, though, 98 power move, 99 strength, 99 awareness, 99 play rec, 98 tackle, 93 block shed. Another wicked schmat, you know, just super, super smart. And a beast, a goon. And I don't think there was anyone else unless I just completely blew it. I guess we'll take a look at Hughes, who never got a chance to start. He was about to, but it just didn't happen. No block shed, no speed, but power move's pretty good, and he's young with Superstar, so still has a little bit of time probably to develop. And then I guess we'll take a look at the generational kicker, who's probably 99 kick power. I mean, he can't be. He has to be. He started with it. 92 accuracy, no awareness, but he is already well on his way to being Justin Tucker 2. I wouldn't say 2.0 because it's one of those. What's that word? I think I've said this before, and I got into like a long rabbit hole, but there's like a word for words that people don't use correctly, but because it's so commonly incorrectly used, that becomes the new meaning for it, right? Like, so many people say 2.0 when the first is unbeatable, right? They're like, Justin Tucker 2.0 when the guy is not as good. It's like 2.0 is new and improved. If the first can't be improved, how, you know? People use that wrong so many times, so I try to not say it, but sometimes even I fall for the trap of that word. It's just happening. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. It would mean a ton to me in this holiday festive season. Maybe follow me at Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR plays for non-Madden content. I actually don't have a plan for a Spider-Man video. Maybe I'll record one. For... Most people aren't even going to be watching anything on Monday anyways, probably. Maybe Monday night, perhaps. Or maybe Tuesday. I'll have it up for Tuesday because I'm not going to upload on the main channel on Tuesday. So Spider-Man 2 on Tuesday. I know I'm just pumping that series out so quickly. And of course, if you're not new, I really do appreciate your continued support on the channel. If you have any suggestions for rebuilds or experiments in the future, let me know in the comment section below. And I've been thinking about, starting up the relocation franchise soon enough. So if you have an idea for that, on how we might do a fantasy draft or how that may be run, if you want to see real-life players or not, I'm always all ears, as I have plenty of ideas in my head, but some people have greater ideas. That's the brilliance of life. Anyways, weird outro is weird. Hopefully you guys had a great holiday season, maybe your season, I don't know. all of the holidays, but there's like multiple holidays where it doesn't even end till New Year, right? Is that like Chinese New Year? I don't know, but I like dragons. Dragging these balls across. Okay, that's enough for that. Yeah, hopefully you guys come back for next video, which might be another one tomorrow. Special like Christmas rebuild, perhaps. But until next video.